Check it out. It's Mr. Royce Media coming at you guys with another video. In the last video I did, I briefly talked about. I was going to discuss the Pookie and Ray Ray situation and the term educated lane. Now, from what I know, the term educated lame is a term used by people who consume Black Manosphere content as well as the detractors to denote a nerdy but educated Black guy. I guess this term was created by a content creator called Sergeant Willie Pete on YouTube, who I've seen some of his videos before, and it's some of the content that's out there. His content is not really my cup of tea, but I don't think he's a bad guy. So this is not a personal attack on Sergeant Willie Pete, but rather I'm addressing the term that is attributed to him. Educated lane. Okay. And I want to give you guys a little bit about myself. I have a few cousins that played professional sports in the major leagues, the major sports leagues. And in general, to get into those major sport leagues, you've had to spend some time in college. Well, relatives I have that have played in the league, they had the college degrees. One has an advanced degree. One is a NOOP. One is a Q. And as far as I know, they're not lames. These guys have never had trouble. They growing up, I never seen them have trouble getting women. In fact, I've seen them have to turn women away. Like I said, they're educated. They're no longer in the league. One is he would fit all the parameters of that high value man term. He makes great money, works for a great corporation, and in fact was in management in the league for a while. The other one works in academia as a professor. So that term, educated lame, it didn't apply to them. I have an education myself, and before I got married, I didn't have trouble meeting women. I've had trouble finding the women that met the qualifications I wanted until I met my wife. When I met my wife, it was all good. I liked her. She liked me. She hit the marks that I had at that time. We got together and we made it happen. That being said, getting back to this lane thing. Now, I'm an older guy, and was a teenager in the 80s, late 80s, and I remember this term lane from back then. And the term lane was generally used by girls, females, for guys they didn't like, for guys they weren't interested in. If a guy tried to approach them and they didn't like him, a lot of times they called him a lame, and I see that term being used nowadays. So I really don't think that term has anything to do with educated, because some of these guys were educated. Some of these guys were just regular guys, regular Reggie. And some of these guys were, Pookies. Some of these guys, a little Mike, a little pistol starter, them guys. So, if the female object of their desire didn't like them, she called them lame lots of times. So, so this is not that term lame has nothing to do with education, a lot of, most generals, especially in these big divisions, these men are highly educated at the master's degree and PhD level. And these are war machines. These are war fighters. Ain't nothing lame about a war fighter. These guys are what you would call intelligent brutes. They can talk Socrates and speak several languages and can remove your head from your body with their hands. That ain't lame, That ain't lame at all. So this term "educated lame" it's really it's a hyperbole, In my opinion, I don't think the term really makes a lot of sense. If you're lame, education or not, And so the thing really is that it's women dictating what select and non-select is. And so you have certain content creators such as Sergeant Willie P, Obsidian, and several others. They've run with this term, and it's really a stupid term. So, I don't think the term really makes a lot of sense when you really look at it outside of the context of the Black manosphere, So I think it's just dumb. Anyway, this is Mr. Royce from Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Even if, you got some criticism, say what you got to say, because everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has an asshole. So they all stink. Anyway, this is Mr. Royce Media, and I'm out.